Microsoft had just announced the Surface Laptop 4, but I wanted to look at the current generation of the Surface Book 3. So I grabbed one of those to show it to you on the channel, and I was really curious to see how it's going to perform compared to some of the other laptops. Hey guys, welcome back to the Hardware Sense channel. My name is Ivan, and I know it has been a couple of weeks that you haven't seen anything from me, but I had to have a surgery, so unfortunately that put me back a little bit. But now we're going to be back on track, and we are going to continue with reviewing laptops, desktops, and other peripherals, all kinds of tech that I'm really interested in, and hopefully you guys are going to be interested in as well. And like I mentioned on my intro, we have the Surface Book 3. This is the 15-inch one, and I was really curious about this device for a while. I know there was a couple generations prior, but the price was always high. So we're gonna look into this one in details. Which one that I grabbed? So I got the 15-inch, the highest spec one, the one that comes with nVidia GTX 1660 Ti Max Q. This is the highest level graphics card you can get on that laptop slash tablet convertible. It has Intel's 10th gen Ice Lake 1065 G7. This is 4-core and 8-threaded Core i7, very low powered. This is ultrabook level CPU, 15 watts with kind of peak wattage around 25 watts. So we'll see how this one stacks for your day-to-day work or even gaming. Of course, I will be testing gaming because I'm very interested in see is this laptop or tablet convertible capable to play any games today. We also have 16 gigabytes of RAM on board. This is low powered DDR4 RAM, and it's running at 33 megahertz, quite fast, but at the same time keep in mind that a little bit different than your regular DDR4 RAM. And the biggest negative in this specific version is the internal storage. This is the lowest possible, which is 256 gigabytes, and I'm definitely advising you, if you are buying this one, to go with the maximum possible that you can get, just because how difficult it is to upgrade the storage, especially the fact that you have to disassemble the whole tablet unit in order to upgrade that storage, and this is going to be extremely hard and probably going to void your warranty. So I'm not advising you doing that at all. I'm personally not going to do it. So 256 gigabytes is very good if you're just using it for browsing and nothing really heavy or big file intensive. So if you're able to get higher, up to 1 or 2 terabytes straight from them, which is going to cost you a lot of money, but if you're buying this computer, it's already costing you a lot of money. The base price is starting for around $1,300. So that's not a cheap computer by any means. Of course, you can always get some more external storage, something USB 3, hook it up and use that. And the biggest advantage obviously is the screen. We are having the 15-inch 3x2 3240 by 2160 resolution. Very crisp, very clear, very bright, extremely nice screen. But of course, it's only 60 hertz. So if you're planning to play games on that screen, it's going to be a little bit difficult, especially for esports and stuff like that. Now, you always have the option to connect external monitor. We're going to test that and see how that's different. As always, we're going to go to the unboxing and some tests, and at the end, we're going to talk about it in the conclusion. Very nice box by Microsoft, creating this very high quality package with the product displayed and the name and everything else. I really like what they did, and the box itself is very sturdy. You will see in shipping, one of the corners got banged up pretty bad, but the laptop inside is intact with no problems. In the back, we have some more information, including what is the hardware in this specific version. Like I mentioned, 10th generation Core i7 1065 G7, 256 gigabytes of NVMe storage. We have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and we have the GTX 1660 Ti with 6 gigabytes of VRAM Max Q. Let's see what's inside. And we have the Surface laying on the top. Different sections right here. Let's see. Okay, so this is warranty card and quick start guide. So that's useful information if you're new to the computer world. And right here, I'm assuming is the charger. We have 2-prong power cable and 127 watt Microsoft charger. And this is extremely compact but heavy. We have the obligatory USB charging port right here. The cable is very nice and soft, surprisingly how soft it is compared to all my other laptops and computers. Very pliable, and that famous magnetic connector for charging, which has light indicator once you're connected, shows that it's charging. Very, very good job. High quality, everything speaks high quality. Here is the surface covered with this plastic, but I'm gonna peel that off. Just before that, I wanted to show you a few things. On the left side, we have two USB 3.1 Gen 2s with full-size SD card. And on the right side, we have our charging connector port plus our USB-C, which is 3.1 again, Gen 2, with data, charging, and display out. And of course, in the front, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack. And you'll see the gap here in the back, but that's the trade of having this kind of a computer held by magnets. So once you disconnect the magnets, you can kind of open the top. But let me take this plastic off right away. And now we can enjoy this absolutely beautiful magnesium and alloy cover. You will see the 8-megapixel camera here in the corner, but if you're taking pictures of this kind of a big computer slash tablet, you're gonna look super goofy. Don't do it. In the front, we have a 5-megapixel camera for Windows Hello right on the top here, and this is as far as this screen can go when you open it, which is plenty. There's a lot of sensors housed on the top, not only the cameras for Windows Hello, but light sensor for automatic dimming and all that stuff. We have the speakers on the side here, and all around this tablet portion of it, there's gaps for ventilation. The fan is on the left side, and you can hear it when you put your ear right next to it, but most of the times you're not going to be able to hear it because it's extremely quiet. And on the base, you will see the perforations here. This is for the ventilation of the GPU, the dedicated GPU, which is the NVIDIA GTX 1660 Ti Max-Q. Press the button here on the keyboard for detachment, and you will feel the magnetic force being released, and you can take the screen off. Without the base, it's actually quite slim and light, I think. On the top, we have the power button and the volume button. And here are the speakers here. You can slightly see the cutouts for the speakers. These are the connectors on the bottom that connects to the keyboard. Let me just put it slightly to the side to raise the keyboard. So definitely you can feel the heft with the extra battery and the rest of the components in here. Magnetic connectors and the data connectors for the screen. So even when the computer is off, you have to press the disconnect button in order for you to disconnect and take that screen out from the base. Connecting it back is very easy. Just position it and push it down, and that's it. And of course, powering it on, just hold the power button and the computer will start. Even with a hat, it will recognize me and get into Windows right away. 3 levels of brightness of the keyboard. You'll see 1, 2, 3, and off. The base has plenty of real estate. I really like when you place your palms. It's completely cool, but because it's so long to cover that 3:2 ratio, you have plenty of space to put your palms completely on that and just typing very, very nice and comfortable. Responsive keys. Touchpad is a little bit on the smaller side. I would love it to be a little bit bigger, maybe an inch and a half, but it's very responsive, being Microsoft Precision. No problem whatsoever. All the gestures are working. No missteps or anything like that. Let's look at some of the tests, and then we are going to talk about that in the conclusion.
That's it!
We need to move faster. I can't keep this up forever.
Hang on! I'm getting us to that third portal! So the wall... let's keep moving. Oh, reality wave! Sneaky with us, sneaky with us, sneaky with us. It's a good look. It suits you. Start at the top and work your way down, just like a zipper.
All right, conclusion time. What do I think about the Microsoft Surface Book 3? I personally really like it for many reasons, and I'm going to outline some of those that are really striking me as a very good product. And at the same time, you got to make that decision. What are you buying this computer for? Because if your intention is gaming, don't do it. There's a lot better options out there. Completely dedicated laptops, it's going to do a lot better when it comes to gaming. If you want to get a product that is very good for your personal use, browsing, some office, gives you a little bit more of that vertical space to scroll through pages and see information on, because the screen is 3x2 and the resolution is very high. I really like that screen. It's super nice and super clear. All the goodies that Microsoft are implementing, like Windows Hello with the cameras, you don't have to use PIN or fingerprint. It just recognizes your face immediately and unlocks. These are very comfortable features. Runs very quiet, even with the built-in cooling solution and fans, even stressing it out with gaming and all kinds of performance task programs. The CPU does not thermal throttle. Yeah, it went over 90 degrees, but it's not hitting 100. GPU stayed in a very respectful temperature, under 70 degrees. All the tests are done within 22 to about 23 degrees Celsius room temperature. So the GPU is running very cool. Obviously it's 1660 Ti Max Q, it's not the full version one, but still it's pretty capable. And playing on the 4K screen, it's not a pleasant experience, even with lowering the settings all the way down to minimum on Fortnite. You're not gonna have a great experience. But if you hook it up to external monitor, just like I did, your FPS will double, and your experience gaming will be a lot better. The monitor I use is my ultra wide. The game was running at some points with around 70 FPS, and some more graphically intensive locations, about 45 to 50. So it's pretty playable. And if you're playing a single player kind of games, not too competitive, you're still gonna have a pretty good gaming experience. Just keep that in mind. You have to use external monitor because the built-in 4K screen, you're gonna struggle tremendously. And even if you lower down the resolution, the pixelation on the screen does not look as good as sharp as when you play it on the native resolution. So keep that in mind. Having that good dedicated GPU will help a lot of people that are doing a lot of rendering, a lot of software that is relying on the GPU for rendering, DaVinci Resolve, for example. So having that dedicated GPU helps a lot, and this is what this computer is for, and this is who is for. People that want to have that convertible option to just disconnect the screen, have it as a tablet. Granted, the 15-inch is kind of big as a tablet, and it looks a little bit awkward if you hold it in your hand. But obviously, if you're in the house just using it around, it's fine. Creative people out there that just want to use it for drawing, and stuff like that, absolutely. AutoCAD as well, GPU accelerated, and you can use it with that big 4K screen. Battery life is one of the biggest things. Microsoft advertising up to 17.5 hours with both connected, because we have battery in the tablet portion and in the keyboard. In my tests, between 12, 13, 14 hours, depending on the load, depending on the screen brightness, but kind of in the middle. You can definitely get a full day, around 12 hours of usage, which is very, very good. 3.5mm headphone jack on the tablet provides a great sound, no problems whatsoever. And the base, where the nVidia GTX 1660 Ti Max Q is located, you have two USB 3.1 Gen 2 ports, you have full-size SD card, and you have that USB-C to output your video. And obviously the charger is one of the greatest out there. I really like the chargers that Microsoft is creating with that extra USB port. You can charge your phone or some other device in the meanwhile. And even being 127 watt charger is still very compact, quite heavy, but very compact, and can kind of fit in pretty much anything. Design wise, yeah, it's kind of odd a little bit with that hinge that creates a little bit of a gap between the screen and the keyboard. But again, it's something unique, something not everybody has every day, so I really like it. Now, if I have to pay, let's say, close to $2,000 for this laptop to be in this unique kind of a segment, would I pay that money myself? Probably not, and I'm not even going to lie to you. I will not spend that money unless I really need a convertible tablet plus a high-powered GPU in the base. If I'm spending money for a personal computer, I will try to fit in with like $1,000 to get a laptop that can be versatile and do multiple things across not only production but also gaming. So there's options out there. Keep that in mind. But I know how this product is unique, and being very, very high quality build, that magnesium aluminum body, it's absolutely amazing. And I've always been fascinated by the high quality that Microsoft has implemented here. Touchpad is a little bit on the small side for today, but still is very functional, very responsive, no problems whatsoever. The keyboard is excellent. Obviously not RGB. It's a kind of a professional laptop sort of tablet. It's very responsive, great for typing on. So in conclusion, what can I say? I really like this Surface Book 3, and if you have it, you can definitely enjoy not only production and work and browsing and personal computing, but some gaming as well. It's gonna run very cool and extremely quiet. Comparing it to a lot of my gaming laptops, the noise they are producing compared to this one, that it's almost inaudible, is just incredible. But obviously you're trading FPS for noise, so take it the way it is. That's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell notification to get notified on every new video coming your way. We're gonna have a ton very, very soon. Check out the video description if you want to support the channel directly, and for all my current supporters, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.